Okay, here's me here. So we're gonna go start taking the axle cups out now. It doesn't look like it's too hard. We need to get something to hold the hub from moving, I think. And then there's a nut on the other side that holds it in. I've never figured out how these really work, but basically this. Sorry, it's kind of dark. Okay, so this bolt, this nut holds it in right here. And then once you take that out, the whole cup just comes right out. And then you bolt the axle on the disc. Okay, so I found out the nut is a 27 millimeter. It's a good thing because I don't have a 28 millimeter. I was going through that, I was like, oh no, it seems like it's too big. And so the 27 fit in there. So we're going to try to take it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the parking brake on, and hopefully that's enough to get them out. So we're looking at underneath the car. There is ample room to work behind to get to the axle cup on both sides, so that's good. Okay, have at it. Hopefully my electric impact gun can do the trick. And hopefully the brakes will hold it. Okay, here it goes. Alright, got it off. It's not a special nut or anything, it's just on there really tight. I'm surprised. I am surprised that they didn't even put any kind of locking thing on this. There's nothing like that. Oh, and it just comes right out, just like that. Boom. Don't forget that there is a washer here. Alright, so that's one side. That actually was not hard at all. It would probably be better if I use a pneumatic or air impact gun. Let me go get that. But yeah, I got it out with it, but it took a lot of work. Okay, I'm gonna take the other axle cup off. I got my earthquake here. Hopefully this will take it out easier than the other one. I hope there's enough room for it to get in there though. Alright, cool. Oh, it's not coming out. Okay, I got it most of the way out. This the rest of the time. The other one ran out of air, so okay. Got it out. I don't know why. Yeah, like the threads are messed up on it or something. I don't know. It goes on fine. Yeah, there's something wrong with the nut on this. It's like sheared. I'm gonna have to get a new one. The other one came off much easier than this one. I don't know why. But anyway, it's off. There it is. So it just kind of slips in right there, and then you just bolt it back in. Okay, so take a look at them. Okay, it's in here. So we're doing our comparison, another comparison between the 3-bolt and the 4-bolt setup, and this is probably the most difference between two. Is obviously you got an extra bolt holding the axle in to the outboard. You can see there's way more material, way more. Yeah, we can weigh the cups too if you want. But yeah, there's a lot more material. Instead of just like going over the bolts and then going back in, it's just a big round circle. So they're saying these are much stronger. So, they look like they bolt in just fine. When we took them out, I'm kind of worried. Like, it was really hard to get this one out. I think something's wrong with this one. See, it's like a. I think this is how they lock it in. I don't think. I don't think they intended for you to take the axle cups off. But anyway, the nut has a. So the way I think they put this in is like they put it in, they torqued it, and then they crushed the end of it so it wouldn't come out. And then that kind of fucks up the spindle. But it seems like the spindle bearing part that this threads into is a lot stronger. So now I read the VFAQ on this, and it didn't mention anything about any special locking nuts or anything. So I don't know. They didn't mention anything. They just said take the bolts out, and put them back in. So that's what I'm gonna do. But this one isn't crushed like this one. I don't know why one of them is like that and the other isn't. But I find it kind of odd that they don't have any kind of locking device on it at all. But it is rough at the end, so I don't think it'll come out. So hopefully it'll be okay. The chances of your axle cups coming out are very slim because I mean, I guess it could come out and then your axle could like move in and out, but there's no danger of your axle like actually coming off the vehicle while driving. So I highly doubt anything like that will happen. So, but yeah. So we're just gonna go. Let's go take a quick look see. So this is kind of the side profile here. They really don't look much different from the side. Here's the other side. Oops. Here's what the actual cut part looks like. Pretty much the same. So yeah. I hope the splines aren't messed up. I don't think the splines are messed up. There's a lot of anti-seize on this too. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to do a quick weight comparison between the 3-bolt and the 4-bolt. I'm just going to do one set. So here is this is the left side. Let's do the left side 3-bolt cup first. The 3-bolt cup weighs in at 1 pound, 9.4 ounces. And then the 4-bolt comes in at, it's definitely heavier. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. So it's a little bit heavier, yep. I'd say even almost extra pound heavier. Alright, so yeah, that's the weight comparison. Let's do a weight. Okay, so we're gonna go install the new axle cups. So this is the Galant manual. 2717. It tells you the rear axle shaft is they call it a self-locking nut. So that's probably why it's so hard to get out. It locks itself. How it locks itself, I don't know. I think the nut is actually messed up, man. I feel like I should get a new one. But it's definitely not going to come out. It was hard to get out. So it says you got to put it 116 to 159 foot-pounds. So I'm like, whoa, what the hell, dude? That's a big range there. It's like 120. It's almost 40 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna say let's go 150. We'll do 150. Actually, I don't even know if my torque wrench could even do that, man. But now I think about it, whatever my torque wrench will do. Yeah, 150 is the max on my torque wrench, so we'll do 150. That's like kind of in between that range. So, all right. So I've already labeled them, the right and the left. I don't think it matters what side goes where, but we're gonna put it back the way it was supposed to. It was before. We're going to put this one on the right and put this one on the left. And then I remember this one was the right one, and then this is the left one here. So, alright. So basically we're just gonna, it just slides in. Actually, let's go take a look at the spindle bearing. So this is very different. I've never worked on a car like this before, but you have your axle cup here. I'd imagine the 280Z is probably very similar to this. And then you have there's like a seal here, like a rubber kind of seal. And you got your spindle right here, and then the bearings in there, and then it connects to your lug nuts and everything. So it's kind of like the axle cup is kind of like an intermediate coupler type thing. It connects your axle to the actual hub, which is it's actually, I kind of like that design. All right, so we're gonna start with the right one first. Oh, nice labeled. I might want to clean it a little bit. There's a little bit of dust in there. Okay, it's gonna be in there quite a bit of dust came out of it when I blew it out. I think it's because it's been sitting around so long in my garage. There's like a dead spider in there. Alright, so let me just slide this guy in here. It should go right in, hopefully. And it does. Okay. And then get our nut. Okay, I got our nut here. So there was a washer that goes in first. Right here. And then the nut. The self-locking nut. Try not to cross-thread it. It was going in earlier. Okay. Yeah, it's like the end is like something's up with the end. Okay. Okay, that's as far as I can get it in my hand. Good. We'll use the impact gun to help get it seated, and then we'll torque it with the torque wrench. So it's flush right now. I don't think it's all the way. So you want to do it until it doesn't move around like that. Okay, still moves around a little bit. We can still use this. Okay, I heard it start to get louder. It's pretty close. Let's start torquing it now. I also want to note that I probably should have been wearing earplugs when I did that. It was really loud, that metal on metal sound. Okay, so socket is all nice and warm. So let's go and set our torque wrench to 150. Or let's set it to, let's do an increments. Let's do 80, 100, 80, yeah, let's do 80, 100, and then 120, and then 150. Sorry, I know it's kind of hard to see what's going on, but there it is. You can pretty easily get access to it with the impact, with this guy. Just, with the whatchamacallit is in the way, the nut on the freaking shock. So let me go get an extension for this. Okay, I got itty bitty little extension. Should do the trick. I only need just a little bit. I'm just gonna pull it towards myself. Hopefully it doesn't start spinning. The parking brake is doing a good job right now. Okay, that's 80 right there. I'm gonna do 100 next. Okay, so I got a little more light so you guys can see what's going on. So I got it set to 100 foot-pounds here. Also, I can tell that this, I need like a longer socket. Okay, that's 100 right there. Woo, Jesus. Took a lot of effort. Okay, this is 120 right here. Technically, we could stop right here. I don't have anywhere to put my feet, you know. Okay, that's 120, and yeah, just do 150. And I'm just gonna jump straight to 150. Okay, that's 150. Woo. Okay, no more play. No more in and out play. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Actually, let me go take the parking brake off and see if it spins. Okay. So it is very important that you torque these properly because you may damage the bearing. So there it is. Spins nicely. Okay, cool deal. All right, so that side is done. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you the other side. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same process. Boy, does it take up a little bit more space than the 3-bolt ones. Hopefully that won't be an issue, but it doesn't look like it's touching anything. It looks like the sway bar is really, really close to it. Hopefully that won't be an issue. All right. So yeah, I'll just do the other side and I'll let you know how it goes. I think the other side will be a little easier. Okay, I got them in. There's the right one, and then there's the left one. You saw me do the right one, but there's the left one. The left one was easier to get in. It kind of worries me because I don't think that lock nut is working properly. It was much harder to get to 100. Yeah, it was much harder to get to 150 foot-pounds because you have to push up. I was pushing up on the torque wrench, whereas opposed to this one, I was pulling down, so I can kind of use my body weight, you know, which I'm roughly about 175 pounds. So yeah, that one was a lot harder to torque than 150, man. I was hooting and hollering like, oh my god, this is so hard. That thing is no joke. So actually, let us go. Let's go see if I got the parking brake off. It spin pretty easily, like very easily. So that's good. That tells me that the wheel bearings are good. I don't feel it gritty at all. So I'm pretty sure the rear wheel bearings are good on this. I mean, if anything, now would have been a good time to change them, you know. But if they're still good, don't change them, you know. Yeah. All right. So we're done with the axle cups. That's all that's left is to install a diff and then install the axles. So